hip tension, hip flexor tightness, sore hips are so common. And so this little video today is going to share with you just some very simple dynamic movements to get more mobility throughout your hip joints. This can be done at any point after a long car ride, a long day at work, right when you wake up, anytime that your hips need that extra little bit of love. I'm Bree Johnson of Heart and Bones Yoga, and if you love these movement videos, these little tips and tutorials I offer you, press that subscribe button so that you can stay updated with them all the time. Now let's get into this. Now all you need to do is just be on the floor with me here and have your legs out in a straddle-like position. And your legs don't need to be all the way out to the side either, just a little bit wide. And if you need a little bit of support, I'm going to recommend just to have your hands tip of the fingertips onto the floor like so, just for that little extra support for your low back. And let's start just doing some little internal and external rotations. So that means you're feeling your femur bone, your thigh bones rotating behind you, rotating forward and back, and doing that, really trying to get a sense of your hip joint, that rotation, your thigh bone rotating deeply into your hip socket. Good. Such a small but important movement. And then we're going to bring the legs a little bit closer and keep doing that internal and external rotation. And then bring your legs another little bit forward, internal and external rotation. Again. And yes, your feet are definitely moving from side to side, but try to really make sure that you're initiating that movement deep again from the hip joint. Good. So let's bring the legs a little bit wider again and just go through this simple series, internal and external rotation. And this internal and external rotation is really important because how often are we doing this in our day-to-day life? So often we're sitting and keeping those hip joints stuck in one position. So this is waking up more areas of our hips. Okay, there we go. So now we're back into that straddle that we started with. And then let's just do a little lean to the right side and then turn and lean a little bit to the left. And we're going to do this back and forth a few times, forward, lean. And every time you turn forward to one leg, your sit bone of the opposite leg is going to lift off ever so slightly. Good. Okay. Now from here, one more time on each side. Nice. And then come back to center. Remember, you can keep your hands behind you and then just do a little shake out of your legs. Good. Now this is a really fun part. You're going to lean over to your right leg. And then as you lean over to your right leg, you're going to pull your back leg in. And then you're going to slide your back leg out. Again, I'm going to create a sense of resistance as I pull and slide in, pull and slide your leg back out. One more time on that side, pull, slide leg in, slide leg out. And then let's go to the other side. And again, reach. Doesn't really matter what your front leg ends up doing, but get this back leg working, plug it in, and then slowly reach out, and then in and out again. Good. Now go back to that front leg, and now both legs are going to pull back in like so, and then stretch them out. Nice. And then pull your legs in with control. Exhale, add a little resistance as you stretch them out. And then one more time, pull them in, stretch them out. Let's go to the other side. Same thing, pull legs in, stretch them out. Back to center. Rotate, get that squeeze feeling, and then extend out. One more time, bring legs in, and then out. Go to the other side, let's do that again. Bring your legs in, and then we're going to take our hands behind us, and then just do a little moment here. So this will just give us that stretchy feeling in the back of the leg or in the front of your thigh. Maybe if your thighs, hamstrings feel tight, do a little wiggle of your toes, and then come back up, slide your leg back out, and then bring it in, and let's lean back, get that nice little stretch, add a wiggle of your toes, and then slide your legs back out. Good. Now one more time, internal, external rotation. Beautiful. Good work. Okay. Now let's bring those legs back in. And so we call this the 90-90 legs because both of your knees are going to be in a 90-90 position. And this first variation, you're going to just lean back slightly and we're going to let the legs go from side to side. Try to initiate the movement first from the back leg. So reaching one leg up, other leg down, one leg up and down. And while you do this movement, try to imagine that you've got that engagement. All those little rotator muscles deep around your hip joints are working to move your legs in this lovely range of motion. Let's go one more time on each side. And then ending on a side. It doesn't matter which side that you're on. And then one more time, let's go stretch that leg out. And then back into a little straddle, and then sweep your legs in, sweep your leg out. Pull your legs in, pull your legs out. So nice dynamic movement here. And the key is not just to kind of be floppy and go from side to side like this, but keeping a sense of muscular engagement, keeping that sense of creating resistance as you pull your legs in, resistance as you stretch your legs out. And you're welcome to add your arms to do something too. And there's no rules on what the arms should do, just getting that nice full body dynamic stretch. Yay. There we go. So simple, so quick. Just this nice little dynamic hip warm up. Take a few moments and notice as you've done that with me, how your legs feel, how your hips feel. Can you feel that blood flowing a little bit more? I love it. So do this as often as you can, getting all of that internal, external, full, beautiful, active range of motion for your wonderful hip joints. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next class.